Hi, this is Tennille Feldbush, and today I'm going to discuss the evaluation or review paper as applied to a 5-paragraph essay structure. A lot of times when people think of a review, they think of a movie review. So I'm outside of a movie theater right now. Now, a review or evaluation can be on multiple topics. It doesn't have to be a movie review, of course. So that's one of the first steps you'll need. You'll need to figure out what it is you're reviewing. And this can be pretty fun. As a review, you get to be the judge. So you can think of yourself as the American Idol judge as you begin brainstorming and outlining. So let's take a look at other pieces you'll need to know before you start your evaluation or review. Besides the piece you are analyzing, which you'll get from your instructor and the assignment description, you'll need to know the author or organization, who constructed it, and also the style, type, or genre of the piece. What is it supposed to be? What expectations is the audience going to have? The intended audience and purpose, and also the criteria that you will use to evaluate the piece, and perhaps some research for each of those. So in my class, we are looking at an ADHD website of the student's choice, other than the CDC's facts page, which we've already written a paper on. So some sample criteria for a website are authority, accuracy, objectivity, currency, and coverage. So my students in my current class are going to choose 3 of those to become very familiar with and research, and then apply those to a website to judge whether or not that website fulfilled those criteria. So really make sure that once you've chosen your piece and your criteria, that you go back and make sure it fits what the assignment and the instructor has outlined for you. For this video, I may refer to a website on ADHD from Chad, which could possibly be the website that you choose as well, so I won't give away too much so that you'll construct your own review. I know that the organization is Chad, and that the purpose is to inform about ADHD. So I will choose my criteria, if I was reviewing this piece, to show whether or not this piece fulfilled its purpose. So let's go ahead and take a look at that website real quickly here. Okay, so here it is, the Chad website. If I was brainstorming to construct a review on this website, I will have my 3 criteria chosen, and I will have researched those to learn more about them. And then I will take a look at this website to see whether or not this website fulfilled those criteria. I would start reading these closely and gathering evidence for my claim about each criterion match. Now you could be reviewing something else with different criteria depending on your assignment. So make sure during this brainstorming method that you know those criteria that you've chosen well, and that they do actually fit the piece it is that you're reviewing. Let's go ahead, and now that we've described a brainstorming process, to the outline process. Here we go. Here is an example outline for an evaluation or review paper as applied to the 5-paragraph essay structure. As you know, the 5-paragraph essay structure includes an introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. So like any other essay, as you judge your piece, you'll be able to create some interest with a grabber, maybe a quote from the movie, or a quote from the website, or a quote from the speech that really grabbed you as the audience. Then you'll introduce the purpose of the piece and the criteria that you've chosen, the author of the piece, maybe the intended audience, and then by the thesis, you'll want to create your judgment of whether or not your piece fulfilled the criteria that you've chosen. For the body paragraphs, you'll break apart that thesis judgment claim into at least 3 sections, which could very well be 3 different criterion matches that you constructed. So choose your first criterion match for your first topic sentence, second one for your second body paragraph, and third criterion match for your third paragraph. Now for each body paragraph, you want to have evidence from your piece, whether it's a website or a speech or a movie or a restaurant or whatever your class has assigned. And you'll also want to have some outside research. The body paragraphs are really the meat of your review. You're going to show how you came up with your criterion match claims. Then the conclusion is a summary and final thought to your overall thesis again, or your topic sentence claims again, as well as some sort of final thought, like whether or not you'd recommend this work for a certain audience. Let's go ahead and take a look at some research ideas for those very important body paragraphs. So here's some research ideas. One of the most straightforward ways to research for this type of essay is to research each criterion that you've chosen and use that research to introduce each body paragraph. You want to make sure, of course, that most of your sources are academic, peer-reviewed from your college's library. Then you can also use some similar pieces to compare and contrast your piece and how it fulfills or does not fulfill criteria to other pieces that may have fulfilled those criteria. So take a look at similar pieces and what others have said about that piece and compare and contrast it with yours. For my class, since we're reviewing an ADHD website, perhaps there's another ADHD website that you could compare and contrast to show which one maybe fulfilled a criterion better. So we discussed in our first paper, for instance, the CDC's ADHD specs page. So perhaps you will want to use that as a compare and contrast claim. So you can use evidence from the CDC specs page to compare to your chosen ADHD website's fulfillment of the criterion. Okay, I'm going to go back to the outline here one more time. Hopefully this has given you some ideas on how to construct and brainstorm for your review or evaluation paper. Happy judging!